Hello, good evening. You're watching Breaking Ground. I'm Shreya Upadhyaya. Let's first take you through what we are debating today. Ladies and gentlemen, high drama unfolded in the national capital today, from Sadak to Sansad, as the opposition persisted with their allegations of vote theft and electoral roll discrepancies. While the Bharatiya Janata Party calls it a bid to create anarchy, the EC asks, why has Rahul Gandhi not submitted the written oath yet? Next, we'll deep dive into the nuclear threat issued by Pakistan's Asim Munir. India has strongly rejected this threat, asserting that we will not give in to such an irresponsible threat. Amid this, though, the question is, why is Donald Trump giving a platform to terror funders? In the end, ladies and gentlemen, we will get you Janata's take on the Supreme Court's big order today that it said on the stray dog menace. We'll get you what people think of the decision to remove stray dogs from the streets. First up, ladies and gentlemen, here's what happened today. The national capital witnessed massive drama as the opposition took its fight against the Special Intensive Revision, or the SIR, and alleged vote theft to the streets. India Bloc MPs, led by Lok Sabha Leader of Opposition Rahul Gandhi, carried out a march from the Parliament to the Election Commission. Scores of MPs breached barricades and staged sit-ins as they were demanding rollback of the SIR exercise and accused the EC of Vote Chori. Over 300 MPs from the Congress, the TMC, the SP, NCP and more joined this protest march. The police detained these MPs, citing escalation in law and order. Listen in to the claims that were made by the opposition today.
वो एक्चुअली बात नहीं कर सकते हैं, रियलिटी है।
डरे हुए हैं, कायर हैं, सरकार कायर है।
तो हम जनता का वोट बचाने के लिए कूद रहे हैं। चुनाव आयोग उन पे कार्रवाई करे जिन लोगों ने वोट काटे हैं। मैंने खुद 18,000 जो डिलीटेड वोट थे उनको मैंने दिया है।
Now, the centre has accused the opposition of tarnishing the image of constitutional bodies like the Election Commission of India and creating an anarchy-like situation. Union Minister Kiran Rijiju said that though the EC has given permission to 30 opposition MPs to meet the poll panel to place their concerns, they did not agree to it and instead insisted to meet with all of the protesting MPs.
चुनाव आयोग ये आपकी दफ्तर नहीं है, AICC की दफ्तर नहीं है। ये भारत की संवैधानिक व्यवस्था की एक प्रमुख स्तंभ है। आप गाली गुलज करके अराजकता पैदा करके देश में एक अशांति के माहौल बनाने का प्रयास कर रहे हो।
विपक्ष तो पार्लियामेंट चलाने में उसका कोई रुचि नहीं है। एक पार्टी, एक फैमिली और एक व्यक्ति का मनमानी जो करता है वो संवैधानिक हो ही नहीं सकता। वो डेमोक्रेसी में वो लोग संविधान में विश्वास नहीं करते हैं।
All right, let me welcome my guests on the show this evening. Jasmine Sandhawalia, spokesperson for the BJP, is joining us. Shekhar Iyer, senior journalist, as well as Khalil Rahman, leader of the Congress party. Good evening, namaskar to all of you. Mr. Rahman, let me begin with you and understand why the opposition chooses to disrupt the proceedings of the parliament instead of actually following the procedure as the Election Commission has said and file your complaint, sign that oath, give that written document where you feel that there are certain problems that the opposition has with the Election Commission of India as well as the procedure that it has been following in the elections. Why take these protests to the streets and, have all this high drama playing out in the national capital instead of actually following the procedure? Mr. Rahman, could you please unmute yourself?
Yeah. Now is it okay?
Yes.
Am I audible now? Yeah.
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Good evening to you. Good evening to all my co-panelists and to all the viewers. Let me tell you that today, in fact, the India Alliance partners, along with the Congress party, which was being led by the LOP, to the ECI, to meet the ECI, to lodge the grievances, and then they wanted to have a meeting, and it was a very peaceful march. So there was no need, first of all, by the Delhi police to become aggressive on all this. And they were MPs. They were not just any ordinary people who are just walking, even if it's the ordinary people, if they are, marching peacefully, then it is only if there is a threat to the law and order situation, then the police can, show their high-handedness. But even in that case, also police has to respect. And the way in which the LOP has been detained, I think we all have to condemn in one single voice, be it, anyone. But this is not the way. And apart from that, the NCI is in fact again and again insisting on the oath. Once an oath is already taken by an MP in the parliament, this is the oath or the affirmation which is taken by an MP is actually a solemn pledge of allegiance to the Constitution of India. And then again...
Mr. Rahman, that still doesn't answer my question. Why is the opposition not following due procedure that has been laid out to raise your objections?
The opposition has already written to the ECI, and ECI, in spite of that, is trying to, dodge the direct questions posed to them by the opposition party. Then, in that case, the MPs and the India Alliance partners were going to meet the ECI, and the ECI could have, met with them and listened to all the grievances.
Okay, let me get in Jasmine to respond to you. Jasmine Sandhawalia, you heard what Mr. Rahman has to say. Your response to the fact that the opposition has been saying that the EC is being misused by the centre and that these are legitimate demands that Rahul Gandhi has put forth.
Well, I begin my debate by saying that the Election Commission gets its pass from the Article 324 and not from any ruling party in the centre. It is an independent institution which has been functioning to a great extent without any bias in a democracy like India. And any time, whether it is Himachal Pradesh or in Karnataka, when the Congress wins, the EC does an exemplary job. But when they lose in the other states, suddenly there is a big doodah about it. When Mr. Rahman says that the MPs were detained, MPs are also ordinary citizens. There are rules and regulations which have to be followed. The Election Commission has asked Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who's the leader of the opposition and who is expected to play a very responsible political role and not play up to the gallery. Now, what is this? Marching to the Election Commission. The Election Commission did give permission that 30 MPs can come and call on them. And why is not the opposition bringing up this issue in the parliament and moving to the court, but making it into a theatre and going to the streets? This is anarchy. The police has to take a responsible role. After all, 300 MPs are not allowed to march to the Election Commission's office and put up a great shenanigan show. There is a rule and law, and you can't create chaos in a society like this.
Okay.
You can be an MP, you can be a leader of the opposition, you can have your last name as Gandhi, but that does not allow you to disobey the rules and regulations under the constitution of this country.
Okay. Mr. Shekhar Iyer, there have been case studies that have been done post Rahul Gandhi's press conference where he had said that these are the things that Election Commission has been doing. He's accused the poll panel with big charges. Now, these case studies that have been done show that Rahul Gandhi's claims are incorrect. There are a few examples also where those claims have been correct. As far as your assessment is concerned, how do you, take this entire accusation by the opposition of vote chori?
And Shreya, in the normal course, if the Congress party had problem with the electoral rolls, irregularities, names missing, duplication, it's a serious charge. I mean, the normal course, they would have filed a complaint with the Election Commission. But in this case, see, if you are filing a case before a judge, you cannot start by saying that the judge is, with the accused. I mean, who is the accused here? Is it the government? Is it the BJP? Or is it the election? The problem with the Rahul Gandhi's complaint to Election Commission is that Election Commission stole the votes, what probably belonged to Congress, and gave it to BJP. Now, with this kind of allegation, and nothing he has said in the press conference or subsequently, there is any to substantiate this allegation. Now, in this situation, how is Election Commission to respond? See, normally, I have heard many people say, Election Commission has been very aggressive They have been very promptly countering. That largely comes from this, because you are straight away accusing a quasi-judicial body of, stealing. Then how do you expect that poll panel to abdicate your complaint? Otherwise, the complaint by itself is very serious, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, you see what is happening in Karnataka today within the Congress.
Yeah.
See, the minister who is very close to Chief Minister, Siddaramaiah, Rajendra says that what is this? This is something happened in our time.
Yeah.
As chief electoral officer is appointed by the government, the state government. So and rolls are published every year in January.
Yeah.
Did our part, and it is available access to all the political parties.
Yeah. Let me get in Mr. Rahman's response to this, Shekhar Iyer. Mr. Khalil Rahman, your own Congress leader in Karnataka has said that if there were any discrepancies, it happened during Congress's term, and the fact that nobody, raised an objection that time, why now? So much so that because he's contradicted Rahul Gandhi's line, he has now been forced to resign.
See, because as far the K.N. Rajanna is concerned, K.N. Rajanna, in fact, has the tacit understanding with the BJP party before making this statement, and because he has already, going to resign, so he needed a kind of, something to say against this. So that is the reason, they find it very convenient, and BJP, in fact, is a master in using these kind of people for their favor. So so I don't really consider the statement of K.N. Rajanna, because what was he doing for the last so many years? I mean, that was the problem. He should have raised his voice at that point of time only.
Okay,
so
Mr. Rahman, you can reject you can reject Rajanna's statement. You can also say that he is working in cahoots with the Bharatiya Janata Party, and you don't want to take into consideration his statement. Let's take into consideration the statement of the citizen of this country. My colleague Imran has done a case study where he's gone to one particular voter who was shown by Rahul Gandhi as having 2 voter IDs. This person is called Shakun Rani. She and her husband said that we only have 1 voter ID. And they've also, and this is a senior citizen I'm talking about, a senior citizen couple, they have urged Rahul Gandhi to follow due procedure instead of going on public fora, doing press conferences and quote unquote insulting them and humiliating their name. Naam badnaam mat karo is what they have said to the leader of opposition. What would you say to them?
See, because as far as Shakun Rani's distinct is concerned, he is actually holding 3 active voter ID cards, and they are all registered in Mahadevapura. So this is very clear actually. So in fact, so these are the cases which in fact Mr. Rahul Gandhi has presented it before the people of of the country, because so the people of the country are part of our the electoral process, because they are the one in fact who go. So that is the reason it is very important that all these scandals which in fact have been done by the BJP government during their regime.
Let me get in Jasmine to respond to you. Jasmine Sandhawalia, respond to Mr. Rahman, who says that all of these people are working in cahoots with the Bharatiya Janata Party, and that's why they're saying what they're saying.
It is very sad, it is very sad when somebody disagrees with Mr. Rahul Gandhi or with the Congress. After all, Shreya, this is a very, very serious allegation which has been made against the Election Commission for the first time in the history of electoral history in India. So if he is allowed to allege something, and there are people who are saying that, look, this is what is the truth is, the Congress and Mr. Rahul Gandhi suddenly do not have anything to say, and they dump it all on BJP. BJP is bad. Okay, BJP is bad, but please do follow a procedure in a democracy. We absolutely agree in the BJP that you have every right to protest, and you have a voice in the parliament. Please raise it up. Go to the Supreme Court. Go to the courts, but do follow a procedure. We are not saying that you don't have a right to protest. You have a right to protest in democracy, but don't allege something so blasphemous, which is absolutely untrue.
Okay. Shekhar Iyer, Before I wrap this up, I want to understand from you how you think that this will go forward, considering that the opposition is unrelenting. The opposition is also not submitting in written their objections and their claims. They claim vote chori. The EC has been releasing documents as far as SIRs, objections and claims are concerned. Even there, no India Bloc party has raised any objection from the 1st of August till today.
Shreya, I think the Congress the leadership has to decide what they actually want to do in this matter. See, they sought time with Chief Electoral Officer of Karnataka.
Yeah.
Rahul Gandhi did a rally in Bengaluru, but he didn't go and appear before the Chief Electoral Officer. Here they had taken time and the Election Commission said you come with 30 members. 30-member delegation is a big delegation. When you see the size of the delegation that goes to Election Commission from any party. So, the idea is, is it just to make it escalatory in terms of public perception, or you want a redressal to the issues you have raised? Because somebody has to, get into this, and there is also a contradiction. You are opposed to special intensive revision in Bihar, but here, because the solution lies in SIR in Karnataka and also all over the country.
Okay.
The earlier Election Commission used to do a door-to-door survey.
Yeah.
Perhaps it is time you get back to that, because the charges by themselves, particularly relating to they may be clerical errors, administrative, and also Shreya, that particular that assembly segment, it's an IT area.
Yeah.
So there are frequently, people leave jobs, change, so many things happen. There is a lot of migration there, in and out.
Yeah. Okay.
But to say that Election Commission stole 1 lakh votes and gave it to BJP, whatever he has said so far, Rahul Gandhi, none of it is an evidence of that particular charge.
Okay.
So how will Election Commission respond to this?
All right. I think the first step, of course, should be to file it in written and sign that oath. I'll leave it there. Thank you very much to all my guests this evening, Jasmine, Khalil Rahman, as well as Shekhar Iyer. Thank you very much to all of you for joining us in this, of course, battle that still continues between the opposition and the centre.